Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your tarot reading for the first 10 days of April. I'm using the Good Tarot tonight. So what I see is you really went through the ringer with somebody. Somebody really regrets their actions because for the past energy, we get the Queen of Air. Now, this could have been anyone, male or female. And somebody was very cold to you. They were being very cold to you in the past. This could be towards the end of March, possibly. You could have been dealing with another air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Um, for the first week of April, I see like a lot of regret on the part of this person. Somebody is regretting something, okay? But in the middle of April, the regret changes to the Ace of Fire. Somebody's turned on. But your attitude at this time is you don't want anyone messing with you. We have the Hermit card, okay? You don't want to be messed with, okay? And what's influencing you is you're holding on to something. And this card was under the Queen of Air energy. So you're holding on to how they were, how cold they were. You're still holding on to that. Your obstacle at this time is healing with the Star card. It's hard for you to heal right now. But the outcome of everything in the first week of April is you're going to be working on something. I don't know if it's working on this or focused on your work, but you're going to be working on something with the Eight of Earth energy. What you don't see coming is Nine of Swords energy. Somebody up in their head at night about you. Let's clarify all of these. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm happy because now I have 10 viewers, and I like that number 10. I like the number 10 because it's an even number, and I'm just grateful for that extra viewer that subscribed. So whoever subscribed that is new, I mean, all of you, thank you, but I'm grateful that somebody new subscribed. Let's get into the yeah, they were cold towards you, okay? Because you had this intuition, okay, that this was the person for you in the past. Because we have King of Fire, which I think is your energy. You may have some Leo in your chart, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Um, and you just, or this could have been related to this person's energy, but somebody was watching their ships come in. And whoever was watching their ships come in, they were kind of cold, okay? So this person was either involved in work or business or something going on. I know we don't have the Justice card, but when I think of like the Three of Fire and things coming in, I think of like money coming in or promotions or raises in jobs. I mean, money can come in from anywhere. It can come in from a lawsuit, it can come in from anything. So somebody was having money coming in the past, but they were being cold towards you. And in the present, in the present, the first week of April, oh God, Five of Water, somebody's in regret. Okay. Who's in regret? Oh, we get 7 of water. 7 of water, the lovers, and 5 of earth. This person didn't treat you right, okay? They either ghosted you or they put you out in the cold, and they're in regret about that the first week of April. 5 of earth, I recently learned that 5 of earth or 5 of pentacles can also mean lonely. When this person is lonely, they think about you. Out of all the options they have, they think about you. Okay, Aquarius. But in the middle of April, somebody's turned on. Okay? Somebody's turned on. We got that Ace of Fire energy. So it's almost like they went from a sad state to a turned on state. Tell me more about this Ace of Fire. Okay, this person is turned on by you, but it's almost like they're not gonna go all the way with you until marriage. Because we have this Hierophant card, okay? And we also have the Justice card, which is a contract of some sorts, and a message. Page of Air, Page of Swords. That reminds me of that old song. I don't know how many of you have heard this song, but I used to sing it all the time when I was little and growing up because my mom used to play it on the radio, or she used to play it all the time. My honey, my baby, don't put my love upon no shelf. She said, don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. So it's like somebody's turned on, but she's like, he or she is like, you got to marry me first. Nice. Or if this is a marriage that's happening, you know, they wait until the honeymoon night, right? But your attitude at this time is you just want to be left alone. This person really got on your nerves. I don't know, for some reason that hermit card kind of reminds me of, like, you know how, like, when you get up in the morning and say if, you had a bad night or you slept on the wrong side of the bed and you hear these birds outside chirping and you don't like it. And then you go outside and, like, say if some, like, birds started flying above you, you're like, get away, get away. Like, I don't know, you just want to be left alone. Oh my god, I'm thinking of Chris Crocker now. Leave Brittany alone. Okay. Well, we have 4 of air, 6 of air. Oh, this person made you so tired. Aquarius. This is so funny. I mean, it's not funny to you, and I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at your reactions to things. I don't laugh at people's pain. I think that's wrong. I laugh at their reactions to things, okay? Because this is what you're doing with the hermit energy. You're being like, screw this. I'm going home. You're tired, 4 of air, 6 of air, moving on to calmer waters. And then you're like, I'm just going to focus on my money. 6 of earth. Nice. Okay. 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 It's almost like you want to be alone. so you can rest and focus on the lesson of give and take. Relationships are give and take. And maybe you haven't been giving enough to yourself, okay? And this energy is about you giving more to yourself instead of giving so much to other people. In the past, you could have been communicating with this person a lot and you could have been giving and giving and giving, and you weren't really getting back what you were giving. So, for example, you could have said to somebody, I love you, have a nice day. And they could have said back, I hate you, get away from me. And so they were not giving you what you deserved. They were not giving you what you gave them. So now you're focused on resting and giving to yourself in the first week of April. Okay, like I said, what's influencing the situation, Aquarius, is you're holding on to something. It's not funny. The reason I'm laughing is because I'm thinking of like an old grumpy man in a cartoon or something. Um, I don't know. I'm not saying you're this way, but it kind of reminds me of like the movie, the Fox and the Hound. And when the fox was thrown out from his domicile and put in the game preserve, he didn't know where to go sleep. And he found this hole he was going to go sleep in, but there was a badger there. And the badger was like, "Why don't you go back to where you came from?" And he was all grumpy and everything. And I'm not saying you're like a badger. I'm just saying at this point in time, you may be feeling a little grumpy or a little bit angry at somebody still. Four of Earth, okay? Somebody lied about something, and that's what you're holding on to, okay? It could be the fact that they ghosted you or the fact that they lied to you about something, and you're holding on to that. You're keeping it in your memory bank. Like how they say an elephant has good memories? That's what you're doing. You're like having the memory of an elephant where you have good memories and you're holding on to something. Because we get the moon, we get the seven of air, and we get the ace of water. It's almost like somebody is like, "Look, Aquarius, look at the beautiful moon." And while you're gazing up at the beauty of the moon, here they are walking off, seven of air, to go make a love offer to somebody else. But they didn't tell you about this till later, did they? Nope. Now your obstacle is healing because you really liked this person, okay? And it's a disappointment and a letdown when we really like somebody and then they show us a side of themselves that we don't like, because we want to be able to trust people that we like. We want, if we like someone, if we feel a connection, we want to go forward with that. We don't want to, like, be betrayed. And I realize I sound like a Cali girl because I keep saying like, but I'm trying to get better words out. Your obstacle at this time is healing because you have the eight of air, the four of water, and the hanged man. So you're stuck in some sort of energy of being unhappy with something somebody did. With this eight of air energy, it's almost like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get over this. I don't know if I'm ever going to get over this. I don't know if I'm ever going to get over this. And there are different schools of thought related to that, right? Like Dr. Phil says, past behavior is often an indicator of future behavior. He doesn't say it's always an indicator, but it's often an indicator. So you could be looking at this person like, well, if they tried to run off before and leave me, what would they do like in the future? Like if we ever get closer, will they do it again? Is probably the question. whatever behavior it was, whether it was lying or cheating, or trying to leave you, you're wondering if they're going to do it again, and you're kind of up in your head about it. And it's really hard for you to heal because you thought this person was the one. Okay, if you didn't think this person was the one, this wouldn't be so difficult. You could just be like, okay, it's somebody else that's acting stupid, whatever, people are stupid, you could just make any old blanket statement and move on with your life. But this was somebody that you thought was the one. um the outcome of everything, the first week of April, you're going to be focused on working. Eight of Earth. And I don't know if they're going to be working or not. They may be working too, I don't know. um Everyone has their own work that they have to do, and it's not even all relationship work. A lot of people are working on themselves at this time. When I was growing up, I had a family member who, how he started his day was he would go to McDonald's and have a cup of coffee. And I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm just saying everyone has their own way of connecting to God. And this is an interesting story I heard when I went to church Sunday. There was an elderly lady in my Sunday school class, and she was in her 60s, and she had grown up in the church. She had grown up in a church family. And she said it took her until she was 60 years old to realize that you can't just, have Jesus as your savior by being born into a family of Christians. You actually have to ask him in your heart, and you have to live it day by day. And I'm not advocating, any type of religion. I don't have a religion myself. I believe in the power of the subconscious mind, but her point was that you can think one thing and things are another way, right? My point is she realized that in order to actually have Jesus as her savior, she had to get close to Jesus every day. She had to walk the walk and talk the talk, right? So, and it took her till she was 60 years old to realize this. And there are people out there that are born into the church or born into religious families, or even people that'll ask Jesus in their heart. But if they're not, spending time with him every day, then are they really true Christians? Was the question she was asking. So my whole point is that work does not have to be just work on a relationship. Somebody could be praying every day in the morning. Somebody could be going to get coffee and talk to God in the morning. Everyone has their different way of connecting with God or source. In Japan and China, people have their own way that they start the morning. It is not like America. So everyone has their own way of connecting to source. But with Eight of Earth, oh God. This person's energy is blocked, okay? Because we have King of Water, Two of Earth, and Two of Air. Now, I don't know if King of Water is your energy or an ex of theirs, but their energy is blocked, okay? If they do have an ex that they're concerned about, they have not told their ex about you. Now, look at this Two of Earth. Somebody's juggling, okay? Somebody's juggling. So this person, it's like they're working to juggle. It's not that they're keeping you in a third party. It's just they may still be talking to their ex, and they talk to their ex a little bit, and then they go talk to you, and then they talk to their ex a little bit, but their energy is blocked, okay? With this Two of Air, it's blocked. They don't talk to you about their ex, and they don't talk to their ex about you. So if they have strong feelings for you, they're not telling their ex, they're keeping that private. And it's almost like they're working to keep certain things between you and them private, okay? But with that Eight of Pentacles, it's almost like they want to work on this with you. They could be trying to let go of their ex. If they're not juggling, they're trying to let go. But their energy is blocked right now. And their energy could be blocked because of this King of Cups. So they're working, but their energy is blocked. There's still something going on with them that needs to be healed, possibly, okay? A lot of people that get into different relationships, their lesson is to not try to replace somebody, because we can never replace somebody because everyone is different. I mean, we cannot go through life constantly trying to replace the same person. At some point, we have to accept that that person is out of our lives for a reason and stop trying to find people with like qualities to get with to continue a relationship. So, if you have certain qualities that remind this person of their ex, they could be looking at you like, oh, this is a replacement for my ex, because my ex doesn't want to be with me anymore. And you're not. You're not a replacement. You're your own person. And this person needs to stop trying to replace people. And they need to accept that certain people are gone and accept them for who they are. But it's almost like they're replacing people because, like I said earlier, we got that Five of Earth card, they're lonely. And because they're lonely, maybe they're looking for familiarity, somebody that reminds them of somebody they used to know. But they need to slow down and heal and work on not trying to replace people all the time because everyone is different. I mean, it's okay, to have different people in your life, but what I mean by replace people is it's not okay to try to find people that are the same because we want to get on a higher wavelength, right? Like, okay, for example, say if, your ex called you stupid every day, and then one day your ex leaves you and you put all this work into the relationship, but then one day you meet this man who's very nice, but then he starts calling you stupid every day. And you're like, oh, that feels familiar. We should be together. You don't know, like, no. What you need to do is, if this is your energy, you need to stop trying to replace like with like and find a different type. If this is their energy, this is what they need to do. But it's just a bunch of drama right now. From what I'm getting is the outcome of the somebody is working really hard to get over somebody in the first week of April, is what I'm getting. Well, you don't see coming is Nine of Air. Okay, you could be awake at night, or your person's awake at night, they can't get to sleep. Maybe somebody wants to drunk dial you, Aquarius, drunk dial you at 12 in the morning. Hey, Aquarius, you know what I think? Something going on late at night, okay? Either on the phone or through text or email, just something going on late at night. And that's what you don't see coming. I don't like nine of air energy. Eight of air is okay because the solution to eight of air is just think positive thoughts. But nine of air is somebody who's been through something over and over and over again, and they're worried that the same crap is going to happen all over again. I was right. There's communication. Somebody's communicating with you late at night. Okay? This person could be giving up. They're giving up. Whoever they are, they're giving up because we got five of air. And we also have the transformation card. Either you're ending this or they're ending this. And that could be in the first part of April is they're ending this. Five of air, eight of fire, and transformation. And they're going to tell you that they're ending it late at night. And if they don't tell you, they probably might not say anything. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this person snuck away before, you know. But I'm gonna pull you some oracle cards to see what they have to say. Aquarius, this person's energy is weird. I don't think they're a player. I just think they don't know what they want. But let's see. Let's see what they have to say to you. Okay? It's the Hidden Truth Oracle. Whoever this person is, they probably value their freedom a lot. And maybe that's why they keep sneaking off. I don't know. It's almost like, this energy kind of reminds me of two people that get in disagreements. And then you have that one person who, like, they try to sneak off and they go talk to other people about you, possibly. I don't understand this energy because I feel like if you don't like being with somebody, then leave. Why go around trying to make other people feel sorry for you? Okay. Aw. Wow. So they did lie to you about something. I think they acted uninterested in you. I think that's what happened. It could be that you called them out on liking them and they insulted you or said something to the effect of, I don't like you, you're fat, or I don't like you, you're this, and they just came up with some sort of insult, to blow off their feelings. These are the messages. You speak to me through music. They like when you sing, or when you play an instrument. I left you before you could leave me. They thought you were going to leave them, so they left you. I feel you leaving me behind. I remember every detail of that day. So the day y'all had an argument, they remember every detail. They remember what you said to them. They remember how you treated them. Um, I couldn't let you get close to me. I regret lying to you. I'm starting to understand our connection. I want to tell you how I feel. So it's almost like this person in the past, they were afraid to tell you how they feel. And I don't know why that is. I don't know what this person has been through, but some people, they're afraid to tell people how they feel because they're afraid it's going to blow up in their face. So everyone has different reasons for lying about how they truly feel. Um, I just get a lot of fear energy coming off of this person. Okay. We have all these emotions at our disposal, but underneath most emotions are fear. So if somebody's being hateful towards you, they're afraid of something. If somebody's going to insult you or treat you like you don't deserve to be treated, like you don't deserve to be treated, Aquarius, you need to ask them, what are you afraid of? Because that gets to the root, right? That gets to the feeling underneath the feeling. So they may, oh, I'm angry and this and that, and project a certain emotion, but underneath that anger is fear. So it's like you ask them, what are you afraid of? and you'll get to the root of the problem, right? But people don't do that. People just fight and leave each other. So, um, not all people, but some. There's a lot of communication books out there. I recommend this one book called How to Attract Friends, How to Win Friends and Influence People, I think it's called, by Dale Carnegie. And one of the chapters, he talks about you attract more with honey, right? So if you're nice to people, you will attract more people as friends. But if you're not nice to people, you're not going to attract anything. So, um, I don't know what this person did. I wasn't there. I would just give this person space. I think you're doing the right thing by focusing on yourself and focusing on what you believe about relationships. When I was growing up, I knew a woman who had been married and had two sons. And she was telling me one day, she said, relationships are all about give and take. And I don't know why we started talking about that, but she just did. And so this person, that they need to learn about give and take themselves. I mean, like, because the way they treated you was not equal to how you treated them. You were probably very nice to this person, and they just were not nice to you. So there's all sorts of reasons why people act the way they do. I'm not excusing their behavior. I think personally, I think a lot of people need brain scans, honestly, like SPECT brain scans. There is a guy named Dr. Daniel Amen, and he gives people brain scans. And when you get a brain scan, you can see what parts of your brain are low in activity and which are high in activity and which herbs or medications you need to take to fix your brain. Because a lot of people have broken brains and they're attracting other people with broken brains. Alcoholics attract alcoholics, smokers attract smokers, and both of those things cause brain damage. So people with brain damage attract people with brain damage, and it's not always true. Sometimes people with brain damage are attracted to people with a healthy brain. But really there's so much that can go into a relationship, right? And people just jump into it. They just have a conversation and they're like, "Oh, I feel comfortable with this person. We should be together." And that's not really a good way to get involved with somebody. My second husband, I gave him a psychological test out of a book about narcissism, and he passed it with flying colors. And yes, I did stay with him at my own risk. But what we need to do is we need for people to take tests now to see if they're compatible. And I don't mean like eHarmony. I mean like people need psychological tests, they need brain scans. That way we can know ahead of time whether we're getting into a good relationship or not. And some people may call me shallow. That's shallow that you want someone to get a brain scan. And I don't think it's shallow. I mean, I think that, if you have a healthy brain, you deserve someone with a healthy brain. And if you don't have a healthy brain, you should know what's going on with your brain so you can fix it, so you can attract better people in your life. But, Americans don't do that. Americans eat a bunch of pizza and burgers, and it's rare to see Americans that take care of themselves. But you're doing the right thing, taking care of yourself, getting the rest you need, focusing on give and take. You're doing the right thing. Now you just got to see if this person's going to do the right thing, okay? But hopefully you're not dealing with a narcissist, because for narcissism there is no cure. They are born that way, okay? All the stuff they like to say about bad childhood, this and that, it's full of crap because they are born that way. They've done studies on narcissists, and narcissists have a thinner cerebral cortex than the rest of the general population. So they were born with brain damage. They were born with a certain part of their brain that's smaller. And there's nothing they can do for that. There's not to my knowledge, no medication or anything they can take to change it. And if we would just take our people that we're interested in and get them brain scans to see what's going on, we could tell if we're dealing with a narcissist. We can tell, and then we wouldn't have to be stuck with that person because we would know. And if they had brain problems, they could take medication and they could be fine and everything could be fine. But people don't do that. People use the conversation test. Well, I had a conversation with them and I strongly feel in my heart that they're the one, and no. We need a psychological test. We need a brain scan. We need to go to the health department nowadays. We need testing to see if somebody's the one for us. We can't just be like, "Oh, I feel comfortable. I think this is the one," because we don't know. Anyways, thank you for coming to this reading. Psychological tests are actually cheap. You can go to the library and get a book about narcissism for free, and some of those books will have a narcissistic test in the back. And you can ask your partner those questions, be open and honest with them. Oh, could you take this test? And um, some of them are willing to take it. And you agree to take it with them. There's all sorts of resources and help out there that we just don't use. Instead, we use the conversation test. Well, I felt comfortable with. No. Just no. Have a good night, Aquarius.